Gutter Vision, Gutter to Table. You know the rules. You definitely not a book. We play. You heard? Back at it. You heard? At another one. Grind, grind, grind all the time. Life is a grind. If you don't grind, you don't eat. You don't eat, you ain't shit. And I refuse to be shit. I like the paper, you heard? Stay on my grind. But yeah, video popped up with Troy Ave. And a lot of people is wondering, what is this video taking place? Where's the video at? His partner, he put up an Instagram post faking Troy Ave for being a real one, thanking Troy Ave for holding it down and not folding. A video has merged online where it appears to be Troy Ave and a friend is celebrating some type of song being recorded. They outside of looking like a parking lot area, and in the parking lot area it appears to be a masked man, appears to try to rob them. Troy Ave holding it down, friend being on point, catching the guy in the act. Troy Ave shoots at the guy. Looked sketchy, looked like it could have been a music video they were shooting. We don't know. Now the people in online comments everywhere, they saying Troy Ave's gonna go to jail. He's facing jail time. I don't think this was in New York City. And a lot of people really don't know, because you hear a lot of people say, we're going to probably get off the topic right now, but I want to bring some awareness, because a lot of people do think that it's no self-defense law in New York City. And I'm here to bring to the people, that's cap. I say this to say this, right? If that incident took place in Queens or anywhere in New York, and it really was what it was, and that dude was trying to rob them, Troy Ave can beat that. If he killed the guy, he could beat that by. If he just shot the guy, he could still beat that. He's gonna get time for that gun though, because you're already a felon and you don't supposed to have a gun. But I'm going to break it down further for people who don't understand when I say there is a New York self-defense law. I'm going to break it down to you. New York defense law is governed by Penal Law Article 35. It allows the use of physical force to defend oneself or another person from what is reasonable and believed to be intent use of in harmful physical force. Meaning, whatever weapon you have, if you display that weapon, if you come at me in a violent form, if you come at me in a violent rage, if you are arguing in that hand and that weapon is in your hand, whatever weapon you have, knife, gun, hopefully is a knife. Guess what? Defending myself in New York City, I can match that same type of violence. Meaning you pull out a knife, I could pull out a knife. Exhibit A, let me break down. Remember the time in the bodega situation? Remember the girl with it happened in Harlem? The girl with the EBT card, she was swiping. And the EBT card wouldn't pay for the bag of Doritos for her daughter. And she got upset. She got her boyfriend. The boyfriend went to the counter and started beating Poppy up. Poppy pulled out a knife and stabbed him. What the girlfriend do? She went behind the counter and stabbed him back. And got her boyfriend out of there. Unfortunately, the black boyfriend died. But you know what? She went to the precinct. She had a conversation, and then she went home. Self-defense. Her loved one was getting stabbed up. If they was just fighting, she couldn't walk in there and just stab him. But the fact that the bodega dude started pulling out a knife and stabbing her, that gave her right to stab Poppy. Poppy went to jail for like a week and a half on island and got out. He was defending himself, but guess what? Him getting stabbed ain't got nothing to do with that girl trying to defend her boyfriend, because y'all was just physically fighting. Poppy did have the right to pull out the knife. You know why? Because this is his store. He felt he was in physical harm. But once you start stabbing someone and that person's with someone, they have the right to stab you. That's self-defense law. Look at the time in New York City. Remember the time when they was in the train station and that Spanish and that black guy was fighting? Huh? Remember that? They was getting it on. And then while they was fighting, the Spanish girl stabbed him in the back. He like, you stabbed me? She like, I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. He started backing up. He's like, yeah, you stabbed me, bitch? Then he pulled out a gun. And then the Spanish dude unarmed the black guy and killed the dude. Shot him in the head. You know what happened? He went to the precinct. Then he went home. No charges. You know why? Because that's self-defense in New York City. There is a self-defense law in New York City. Is when you match the same violence that the person... I read it to you. It's more. Key elements include reasonable belief, intimate harm, potentially of force, a duty to retreat before using deadly force unless it's one's home. Here's more details. Justification of self-defense. Immediate threat. You can use force if a reasonable belief that someone about to use unlawful physical force against you or another person that's with you, or that you with, or whatever. So I say this to say this. If Troy Ave do get in trouble for this, it's going to be because he's a felon. He already had the gun. Look at the K Flocker situation. K Flock will be out of jail right now if he wasn't into gangbanging activities. This is why he's in jail. He's not in jail for killing that person. They held him that long because of the possession of the gun. You see, they went to trial and he beat the body. Now the feds is like, all right, you beat that, but hey, we got you on bang this, conspiracy, bang this, that. He's not in jail for killing somebody. They keeping him because he got a whole bunch of different conspiracy charges. That ain't got nothing to do with him killing that kid. You know why? I'm going to tell you why it was self-defense. Because when the police found the kid had a hand on a pistol, strong Glock. So when they separated out of that camera thing, when you seen them in that Harlem barbershop, and they went out the camera, they don't know what happened between them. But guess what? That kid had a gun in his hand. So he had a gun, they had a gun. It's live and let live at this moment. That's why K Flock beat the body. You know why Troy Ave went to jail for that little bit of time? I'm talking about in the beginning process when they had the situation in Manhattan, 14th Street. Let me tell you why Troy Ave went to jail, and why Troy Ave went to jail later on last year and did his little, his little small little bit. I'm gonna tell you why that man went to jail. That first of all, that was a self-defense altercation right there. Where you fucked up, Troy Ave, is when you got the gun and you started busting and you didn't hit your target, you're supposed to hit the floor, lay down, and say, call 911. I've been shot. Police come, they see the gun, they take the gun with you. Guess what? First of all, they got to aid to your gunshot wounds. So you're going to the precinct. While you're going to the precinct, and the fucking the cops are talking to you. Yo, you got this gun. This person got shot. This person is dead. What happened? You know what you say? talk to my lawyer. They can't do nothing but to take you to the hospital, make sure your medical conditions or your gunshot wounds is taken care of. While that's going on, now they gotta have a conversation with your lawyer. Guess what? You told your lawyer what the fuck just went down. Word, that what happened, boom, guess what? You're not going to jail. The fact that he ran out the club, that what fucked him up. If he would have laid his ass down and said, someone call 911, I've been shot, which he was, he would have been victim status. Then he would explain what happened, and guess what? That's not snitching. That's explaining what happened. You was fighting for your life. By you running, made you look like a suspect. Police don't know what the fuck is going on. You running, we go in your car, you got the fucking gun. And you shot, oh yeah, you going to jail. And somebody else got killed in the club, oh yeah, you going to jail. And the female just got shot too also, oh yeah, you're going to jail. But then, after shit came truth out, you seen what happened. But the reason why Troy Ave did that time, because he ran. If he would have never ran, he would have never went to jail, period. Because guess what? That gun ain't his. It was Tax Stone gun. He unarmed him. That's what he did. That's self-defense. Now you run to your car, they find the gun that you took from Tax Stone and your personal gun. This is why you're doing jail time, for the possession of that gun. But the fact that you cooperated so much, they gave you a little time off, a little short time. Guess what? If you would have laid your ass down on that floor and be like, I've been shot, call 911. Nigga, that's 14th Street. Police is around the corner. They outside. They gonna come regardless. You see, they caught you in the car. They would have came to the club. They was coming to the club regardless anyway. People got shot. Lay on the floor. Hey, I've been shot. Somebody give me police assistance. They would have had to aid to your wounds. Then you talk to your lawyer. Your lawyer talked to them. You would not went to jail, but you ran. That's what fucked you up. Then when you ran, you went in your car. They found another gun. If you didn't run, they would never found no gun. You would have had nothing to do with anything. That would have been a self-defense case. I say this time and time and time and time. People, it is a self-defense law in New York City. It's called matching the violence that the threat is bringing to the opposite side. You gotta match it. As long as you're matching it, it's self-defense. Just wanted to grow on. So listen, man, we don't know the real on that video. It could have been a video he was shooting, or it could have been a real deal. Who knows? But I know this. If this was in New York City and he actually hurt that kid or killed that kid, he wouldn't have did time, because that kid was a threat. That dude had a mask on and had a gun. Stay tuned, y'all.